Okay, round one. Play first. We're gonna keep this hand actually. We have Crop Sigil and to grapple with the pass, so it's a pretty good chance we get Delirium right off the bat actually. Potentially get to play our Thraben Foulblood pretty quickly. Okay. Alright, so we'll do grapple. I presume for a land. We'll find out. Seems pretty likely we'll do it for a land though. So sorcery, creature. Yeah, we want the land. So we could have instant we could get ourselves Delirium by just bringing back a creature. But I think this Crop Sigil is going to eventually mill a land, so we'll take the swamp. Thalia. Well, I mean, the good news is we can kill her. Still doesn't give us Delirium if we kill her, though. Alright, so we got our fourth land. Which means we could play the Abundant Maw. We have to worry about fight spells with Thalia. Crop Sigil can bring back Liliana's Elite at some point, which is kind of nice, actually. Once we get Delirium, of course. So, options here. I feel like Thalia probably has to die. So I'm just going to kill her and get in for 4. Certainly not the best use of mana, but I could theoretically mill a land and then draw a land and play Dusk Feaster, which would be pretty awesome. Alright, well, Byway Courier is no Thalia. Definitely want to mill a land here, at the very least. That would be cool. Alright, well, got Delirium anyway, so it's all good. Worked out perfect. So we get in with our Menace dude, play our flyer. Crop Sigils can do all sorts of work for us now, which is sweet. Can get back our other Dusk Feaster, which might actually be worth it. Still pretty incentivized to continue milling since we have stuff out of graveyard. And we want to be able to use Crop Sigil for, well, maybe Liliana's Elite if we mill more creatures. We still have plenty of deck left as well. So I guess technically my opponent can double block and basically trade just one of his guys because this is a human. Purge the Feaster. Alright. Well, the good news is we can still get back our other Feaster. If I draw a land, it would be actually kind of nice. I'm still going to self-mill, by the way. Alright, so we got the land anyway. Well, I was thinking I'd be able to do Solitary Hunter plus Crop Sigil, but I guess I can't do that. So what happens if I Crop Sigil back, land, and Dusk Feaster? Next turn I can play it, and I could play Dusk Feaster plus a 2-drop, which doesn't seem great. I can also just drop Solitary Hunter here, which isn't bad. I do kind of want to threaten the Dusk Feaster, though. I think I'm going to play the Hunter. Because then, what I like about playing Hunter is I could take a turn off to use Sigil and flip my Hunter if I have to. And like I said, I'm not attacking into that because my opponent can double block. And it's not a 2-for-1. Alright. Slayer doesn't get my opponent any value, so that's good news. Okay. So we can flip our Hunter. So I guess we can use Crop Sigil, get back Feaster and a land. And I can't do anything else, right? Why don't we just wait then? Till the end of my opponent's turn. So we'll flip our Hunter. Might have actually made more sense to do the Crop Sigil because I could play the land right away. That probably would have been smarter. But that's alright. So we'll get our guys back now. Opponent's got 1 card left in hand, which is not too shabby. Okay. So we can hardcast Abundant Maw next turn, so let's just get our Dusk Feaster down now. Alright, we're going to take the Dire Swine. So that Hamlet Captain's a bit of a threat, but I think we're still perfectly fine here. Yeah, because our opponent can swing for 4, 6, 10, 12, which is still not lethal, by the way. So I can attack my opponent with everything and they have to block. They can double block the one of the pack and they both get boosted and I can only trade 1. I could just certain death the Hamlet Captain and then my swings get a lot better and I'm still pretty safe, right? I kind of want to do that actually. If I certain death that, he doesn't get good blocks. So I can swing with everything. And opponent's got a block. They can chump this and take 8. And they'll go to 2 because of the certain death. And they'll be left with 3, 6, 12 power on board. And I'll be at 16. They only have 1 card in hand. Doesn't seem likely that they can win. If I do that. In fact, I can probably, and then I can play the Abundant. Okay, I think this actually works out. So what I do is, certain death here. I swing with everything. I'm going to follow up with the Abundant Maw, because like I said, my opponent might just go to 1 life here. to try and kill me on the backswing with like timely, because I can kill him with Abundant Maw by sacking my Dusk Feaster. And this is fine too. In fact, I can just kill him anyway. Okay. Alright, that worked pretty well for us. Green-black has been good to me in this format. I guess everything else is fine, right? We didn't see any... Well, we know opponents got auras, right? Because they're playing Ironclad Slayer, but we didn't see the Choking Restraints yet. And we don't know what they're playing in green. Maybe Wolfkin Bond or something. So let's hold up on the Root Out in the Spring Sage Ritual until we see exactly what we're dealing with. Yeah, we're keeping this for sure. Like, we don't have any black mana, but this hand is very good. Ah, two can play at this Kessig Prowler game, huh? I could actually play the Gargoyle here. Offer the trade with the Prowler. Helps us with Delirium, so I'm cool with that. Alright, let's play the Pacifist. And I probably just flip it as soon as possible. I can clear shot if my opponent has like a Thalia or something. I can do it on their turn. Okay, no problem. So we'll flip our Pacifist. Leave up the clear shot. Alright, so we'll kill Thalia in response. So now we're just one card type away from... Oops. Sorry about that. One away from money. And we're actually very close to flipping our Prowler as well. Well, that was a good draw. We're going to do that instead. So we need a sorcery or an enchantment, and then we are in business. Slayer for no value, okay. I can trade a mutation for Slayer as well as play a Kessig Prowler, so seems reasonable to me. So theoretically, my opponent could have Abundant Maw. My opponent could have Strength of Arms, but I'm not going to play around it. If they do, it's a bad 2-for-2 for us, but it's still a 2-for-2. So, yeah, I'm still sorcery, land, enchantment away from getting Delirium here, but we do have all three of those. I could play the Abundant Maw off the Prowler, but it doesn't really seem worth it. Hmm. Ah, choking restraints. All right. So as we suspected, there's the point of the Slayer. So let's get in with our Sinuous Predator. And then we get to play our entire hand because we're drawing hot. Maybe the game feels bad for us because it blue screened us during our first pick. All right. Well, that was a slaughter, right? Pretty cool. All right. We'll see you round 2.